Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I'm going to talk about this Moondragon event. It is total crap, so you better just get ready to struggle with this. One thing I will tell you is, unless Scopely makes some sort of change, this looks to me like an event where it's going to be difficult to get a lot of Moondragon shards if you're not running U7.5. Let me explain why. So there's two different milestones here that are coming up today here. So the first one is just for opening orbs. You've seen this before. The Unity orbs, you get all sorts of stuff, orange gear and shards and so forth, right? Well, here is how you get those orbs unless you're just going to buy them. And that is using the quirky characters within raid. So if you just raid a lot, you're going to get some points, but really you end up getting 4 times as much points. I don't know. It's not clear to me if you get 9 plus 3 or just 9. You're going to get at least 3 or 4 times as many points if you use quirky characters. Well, the problem is, first of all, I don't know why they chose quirky for LGBTQ Pride month is their name. Very bad choice, in my opinion. But putting that aside, look at these characters. So let's go and try to figure out if you're running Doom Raid, which everybody wants to be running to get Blue ISO and Silver Surfer shards. Look at what's available under the quirky trait for bio. Basically nothing. So the only option you have if you're going to be running Doom Raid is to run symbiotes and either throw in Yo-Yo or Phyla-Vel. Now, Phyla-Vel can work okay-ish on the base difficulty, regular Doom Raid. On difficulty 1, she just does not work well at all. And really, you need a pretty big Phyla-Vel for her to work properly. Yo-Yo works okay, but so you got one character for bio. Now, let's look at some of the other traits, and it gets even worse, right? So if you go to, for example, Mutant is okay. Mutant, there's multiple Axemen and a Dad Bro and everything. But let's look at Mystic here. If you go to Mystic, quirky, I mean, what is this? What is this? I'm not using these characters in the Doom Raid. Here's the problem. They literally gated the Doom Raid with ISO level 4, ISO level 5. Do any of you have your White Tiger at ISO level 5 to use? I do, and I hate using White Tiger in Doom Raid because she dies very easily and doesn't contribute that much. So she's, for me in difficulty 1, I just can't afford to bring in White Tiger. I will lose the node. If I do, my team will get wiped because I'm facing 75% more damage. And even on the base difficulty, White Tiger's just there. So unless you brought her up to level 5 ISO just for war or something, you probably don't have this character available. The rest of these characters aren't very good. Moon Knight throws out some debuffs and stuff, but man, are you really bringing Moon Knight up to ISO 5 if you're struggling to get enough characters to ISO 5 for Doom Raid just for this event? That's not really going to happen, right? All right, let's look at some more quirky characters. All right, so let's look at quirky skill. Well, I hope you wailed on Moondragon. You're basically... Everyone's going to have to use Gamora, and I hope you have her at ISO 5. If you don't, you're basically totally out of luck here because Hawkeye is just okay, and you're not going to have him at ISO 5. Who has any of these characters at ISO 5 unless you've got some major Kraken account like me? Come on now. For 99% of the player base, this is a total middle finger. All right, well, let's look here. Now let's go to, instead of quirky skill, let's do quirky tech. You got one choice here, Misty Knight or Falcon. But I would not recommend. I haven't even brought Falcon to ISO 5, and I got a ton of ISO. Misty Knight is okay-ish, is the 5th character. I use her on the boss node sometimes to ability block Doom if I'm on the left or right side. But man, that's it. How many people have a big Misty Knight with ISO 5? Very tiny fraction of the player base. What this really screams to me is an event that's going to hurt a huge percentage of the player base. In fact, a part of the player base that really is counting on these shards. Let's be real here. most semi-competitive or competitive alliances are at least trying to work on the Doom raid, even if it's just to get it to 30%. So basically, they have to make a choice. Drop down to U7.5 so they could just use quirky characters, or they lose out on Moondragon shards and have to whale for them, which I imagine is what Scopely wants. I'm sure there's some bean counter there that figured that out. The major Krakens will just whale and not even worry about this. I mean, my alliance will just be like, okay, we'll just buy more offers, for Moondragon. But this is a big middle finger to most of the player base. And for people who are still in U7.5, that's fine. But they're gonna, realistically, a lot of them may not have the right characters built up anyway. So very, very problematic. As far as I'm concerned, very, very disappointing move from Scopely. So here's what I would tell you. You need to make some tough decisions as an alliance, assuming Scopely doesn't change their mind here. Either you're going to whale, whether it's to whale for those Unity orbs to get the milestones so you get some orange gear as well, or whale for Moondragon shards. Or you're going to have to drop down to U7.5 or just accept the fact that you're not going to have Moondragon up high. We shouldn't have to make choices like this. I mean, this event method has generally been a very free-to-play friendly method of release. And I was really pleased for the Infinity Watch that what we had here is a team that I thought was going to be relatively free-to-play friendly other than the Legendary. In other words, the Legendary is gated, but I thought Moondragon was going to be a friendly event. Phyla-Vell, of course, is a free-to-play friendly event, and Gamora and Nebula are farmable. I'm like, this is, kind of a gift to free-to-play players, but nope. Moondragon looks gated. This is probably going to be the one that they're going to be putting in premium orb only, or some other unfarmable place for a long time. Just disappointing as hell for the player base. And I got to tell you, I've made my views known to Scopely. I don't think they care. We're still waiting on an answer on ISO 8. I actually thought my video today was going to be about giving some sort of relief on this ISO 8 thing for Doom Raid. Still no answer from them yet. They're supposedly working on it. We'll see what they have to say, but very disappointing. Guys, look, I'm not a salty person. I generally like to be very positive, but I really have nothing good to say about this. The event sucks for basically everybody. Maybe if you're running U7.5 and you happen to have these characters built up, it's fine for you, but otherwise, not so good. So I doubt anyone actually liked the content of this video, but if you like this channel and what I'm talking about, please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, check out our Discord. It's below. Give me your comments there. Just give me your comments in the YouTube comments below, and also check out our Twitch stream. I stream most weeknights there. That's linked below as well.